People turn 18, they gain the power to summon one random thing in the world to their hand, as Thor does to Mjolnir. Summoned people are considered soulmates, and objects as important parts of one's life. When you summon yours, it takes some time, but people are horrified when it arrives. You always thought, how did others manage to perfectly catch whatever flew into their hands? Today, you knew. Before the summoning square in the capital of the great empire, you stood, as did everyone who turned 18 today. The knights began to call out your names, one by one. There were 12 names before yours. The first man summoned, and after a wait of 10 minutes, appeared a sword, glistening with morning dew. The Imperial Bookman declared that it was the lost sword, the sword of Sir Jeremiah of the Dawn. There was an uproar throughout the capital. A new hero had been born. No one expected that they would be surprised once again. The girl right before you summoned, and after a wait of an hour, appeared a staff adorned with 7 jewels of different colors, and a transparent orb on top of it. The staff was taller than the girl by a foot, and the Imperial Bookman was struck by fear upon looking at it. He declared that it was the staff of the Saintess, the most powerful healing type equipment in the world. It hadn't been seen for the past 7 years. The country was in uproar. After you summoned, you waited. Time passed. Everyone else had already summoned. You saw the new Saintess being escorted by the king, the man with the lost sword being led in the direction of the Imperial Sword School, and anyone who was still waiting for their summon after that, had already got it after about 5 hours. Some items flew in from across the endless sea, they said, so it might take time. You had always hoped to obtain a soulmate, a thing that only 1 in 5,000 youths received. You believed that you would have received a legendary piece of equipment, so that you could become a hero loved by the people. So you waited. Another 4 hours passed. It was almost evening now. You were hungry. The sky grew dark. The clouds gathered. The sun shone red. The crows cawed as if it was the end of the world. The Imperial Bookman looked up in the sky. You looked up. The eyes of everyone in the surroundings were drawn up. You saw it. A scythe, darker than the night, shining more brightly than a coat of adamantium, redder than freshly drawn blood. A disaster descended. It came to you naturally, like it was always a part of you, as if you had done it a million times before. The scythe landed in your hand. Your aura pierced the sky. Your mind turned blank. A bloodlust took over your senses. The Imperial Bookman fell. Fear reflected in his helpless eyes. His mouth moved, but sound refused to come out. As the scythe fell, all sound was lost. In the absolute silence, one could almost hear the Bookman say, "Death has descended."